So now we come to the last part of the video for today's asynchronous lecture, and we're gonna discuss about the dot and the cross product. Okay, the dot and the cross product. Okay, what does it mean by the dot product here adalah apabila kita nak kita darab dua vektor together dan dia menghasilkan a scalar value. Maknanya dia dah tak jadi vektor. Bila dua vektor didarab bersama, dia dapat a scalar value, a single number, a number. Okay, dia dapat value, satu value. 20 ke, 10 ke, -5 ke, kosong ke. So that's it. Okay, so that is the dot product. Maknanya dia menghasilkan it produce a scalar value. Okay, it produce a scalar value. And cara dia nak kira sangatlah senang, yang mana kita darab the value of the I component or the X component. Okay, the X component darab dengan X component, tambah dengan the Y component darab dengan Y component, and the Z component darab dengan the Z component. Dan this is also equivalent to the magnitude of A darab dengan magnitude of B cos theta. Okay, so katakanlah soalan ni example 3, let us discuss example 3 here. Consider a vector U sama dengan 2, -1, 1 and V is 1, 1, 2. Find their dot product and determine the angle between U and V. There are two things that the question want you to find. Okay, so we cari yang senang dulu. U dot V is equals to 2, -1, 1 dot dengan 1, 1, 2. So this is equivalent to 2 darab 1. 2 darab 1 tambah dengan -1 darab 1. -1 darab 1 tambah dengan 1 darab 2. Tambah 1 darab 2. Okay, so what you will get the answer here. So 2 tolak 1 tambah 2. So betul tak? 2 tolak 1 tambah 2. So we get the answer is equals to 3. Okay, the answer is equals to 3. So here we have U dot V is equals to 3, and this is actually equivalent to magnitude U darab dengan magnitude V darab dengan cos theta. Okay, so what is magnitude U? Magnitude U maknanya you have to find, we have U, we have vector U is equals to 2, -1, 1. So magnitude U akan sama dengan 2 square tambah -1 square tambah 1 square. Kita telah belajar kan macam mana nak cari magnitude. So the answer here is equals to square root 6. Kan? It's equals to square root 6. Alright. Dan untuk V pula, magnitude V pula, we have V kita adalah V, our V is 1, 1, 2. So our square root V will be 1 square tambah 1 square tambah 2 square, right? So we're gonna have 1 tambah 1, 2, 2 tambah 4 is square root 6. So maknanya U dot V is equals to 3 sama dengan square root magnitude U is square root 6. Magnitude V is also square root 6 darab dengan cos theta. So square root 6 darab dengan square root 6 dapat apa? Square root 6 darab dengan square root 6 dapat 6 kan? So 6 cos theta. So here you get cos theta is equals to half. So to get theta, saya rasa yang ni semua orang dah belajar kot Theta is equals to cos inverse. Cos inverse, where you may press the calculator, cos inverse of half is equals to 60 degree. Okay, cos inverse of half is equals to 60 degree. So that is the answer for A. We get the dot product is equals to 3 and the angle between vector U and V is 60 degree. Okay. Yang ni pula dia kata find the dot product of U and V where angle dah bagi. Alahai, senang sangat ni. Magnitude U sama dengan apa? 0,0,0 tambah 1 square je lah kan. And then magnitude V dia pula adalah 2 square tambah 2 square. So you get square root 8. Betul? Kan? So sekarang ni U dot V sama dengan magnitude U darab dengan magnitude V cos 45 degree. Cos 45 degree because the angle is given is equals to 45 degree. So square root 1 darab dengan square root 8. Cos 45 degree if you press calculator is 1 over square root 2. Ataupun you nak selesaikan pakai calculator pun boleh aja. Okay, 1 over square root 2. Saya tulis kat sini lah. So, is equals to jawapan dia square root 8 bahagi square root 2. Ataupun kita boleh kata square root 4. So, jawapan dia adalah sama dengan 2. Okay, jawapan dia sama dengan 2. Ataupun you boleh buktikan jawapan ni dengan kita buat direct U dot V. U dot V ni maknanya 0 darab 0. Yang ni lagi senang sebenarnya kan. 0 darab 0 tambah 0 darab 2 kan. Tambah 1 darab 2 kan. So 0, 0, 0. So jawapannya tetap sama 2. Kalau saya lagi senang yang ni. Tapi sebab dia kata angle dia bagi. So kita guna jugalah cara ni. Alright. So that is about the dot product. Okay. And there are following properties regarding the dot product here. U dot V ke dan V dot U adalah benda yang sama. And ni kalau you tengok, okay, you boleh darab masuk. So it become U dot V tambah U dot W. Kalau dia jadi macam ni, macam ni. Okay, yang penting sekali saya nak highlight here is property number 6. Two non-zero vectors U and V are orthogonal ataupun berserenjang 90 degree perpendicular. Kalau you find out that U dot V ni sama dengan 0. Kenapa dia jadi 0 ya? Sebab U dot V dia sama dengan vector magnitude U darab dengan magnitude V cos theta. Yang menjadikan dia 0 ni because of the angle here, theta ni kan dia perpendicular, meaning that it makes an angle of 90 degree. So cos 90 degree here will make things become 0. Okay, so for example kat sini, example 4, show the vector U ni are perpendicular. So you may, senang je, dotkan je lah, tengok. So 2 darab 5 is 10 kan. 2 darab dengan 5 tambah 2 darab dengan negatif 4. Then tambah dengan negatif 1 darab dengan 2. So 10 tolak 8 tolak 2 sama dengan 0. Okay, so we have shown here that these two vectors are perpendicular. How? Because its dot product results in 0. Senang kan? Alright. Dan sekarang ni we come to the last part, which is the cross product for today's asynchronous lecture lah. Okay, for today's asynchronous lecture we have the cross product here. Where the cross product ni, kalau tadi the dot product kita multiply two vectors together and we get a scalar value, only a number. Tapi this cross product will give us a vector. Dia akan result in a vector as well. So kita akan dapat vector balik. So this one, okay, to get the vector, how to get the cross product ni is we put it in macam ni. We find the sort of macam kita cari determinant macam dalam chapter 1 matrices, okay, and this is equals to magnitude A darab magnitude B darab dengan sin theta. Okay, saya tunjuk example dekat you. Ni, katakanlah we have a matrix A, matrix pula dah. A vector A here is negative 3, negative 3i minus 2j tambah 4k, or you may put it in the form of negative 3, negative 2, 4. And vector B pula kita ada I tambah 5j tolak k. So I ni maksudnya value dia berapa? 1 lah. And 5 ni memang nampak nyata. Negative k maknanya negative 1. Okay. So to find its cross product, A cross dengan B, you just put it in like just you find the determinant dalam matrix tu, where the first row is always I, J, K. Tak kisah soalan dia apa, it's always a unit vector I, J, K. And the second row is the first vector that you want to find its cross product. So for our case, it's vector A. So susun according to its component. So the first entry is for I, second entry is for J, and the third entry is for K. And B is the the third row is the vector B. So we have 1, 5, negative 1. Okay. So macam mana kita nak cari dia punya cross product ni? Senang je, you cross the first row. Kalau determinant biasa nak cari mana-mana, kita boleh cross any row kan? No. To find the cross product of two vectors, we cross the first row. So we have I darab dengan first row, first column. So negative 2 darab negative 1, tolak kan, tolak 1 darab dengan 4, and still the same, minus with J kan, positif, negatif, positif kan, minus with J, then we cross the second row, second column, we have negative 3 darab negative 1, tolak 1 darab dengan 4. And then finally plus with K. So K this time third row kita ni. So we have negative 3 darab dengan 5 tolak dengan 1 darab dengan negative 2. 1 darab dengan negative 2. So jawapan yang ni kita akan dapat I, our vector I is 2 tolak 4. Kan, negative 2 darab negative 1 is 2 tolak 4. Minus J, here negative 3 darab negative 1 is 3 tolak 4. Tambah dengan K is negative 15. Tadi apa? Negative 15. Ni K kan. Negative 3 darab negative 5. Negative 3 darab dengan 5. 1 darab dengan negative 2. Tolak. So, jadi tambah 2. So, final answer for this, we're gonna have negative 2I. Negative tambah J. Faham tak kenapa dapat tambah? Sebab 3 tolak 4 is negative 1 darab dengan negative J. And then finally, minus 15 plus 2K. So, we have negative 13K. Right? So, maknanya untuk A ni, A cross B, final answer kita adalah negative 2, 1, negative 13. Negative 2, 1, negative 13. Alright, for B, I want you to try on your own and submit this as your second classwork submission. Simple je. Okay? Simple je macam kita solve for A. Should get your answer lah. Alright, so that is for B. And here a list of properties for the cross product. You boleh tengok lah kat sini what are the properties. Okay, and the most important one is number 7. Okay, number 7 ni kalau you tengok nombor 5 dengan nombor 6 as well, you kalau cross dengan kosong memang dapat kosong, sebab all the matrix all the element dalam second matrix kosong, definitely dalam matrix pula yalah kan, macam okay, bila saat ni semua ni kosong, what you expect? Mestilah jawapan dia akan jadi kosong kan. So that's why lah yang ni properties number properties number 5 and 6. Property 5 and 6 ni dia akan jadi kosong, sebab yang 6 pula you cross dengan the same matrix. The same vector. So kalau itu dia akan tolak lah. Okay, so that's why dia dapat kosong. Number 7 pula, if two vectors are parallel, then what you will get is the cross product will become 0. Apa maksud parallel? Selari. Maknanya dia maybe magnitude dia berbeza tapi arah dia sama dan menunjukkan arah yang sama. Dia selari. Okay. So, these two vectors for example, dia adalah selari ataupun dia macam ni. Arah yang sama. So, if you find its cross product, definitely you will get 0. And this is the relation between dot and cross product where it will turn out to be 0. Alright class, I think that's all for today's asynchronous lecture. And we are going to conclude our chapter 6 and straight away conclude the syllabus in our synchronous lecture on Thursday. Okay, synchronous lecture on Thursday. Alright, so that's all for today everyone. Thank you and do not forget to submit your classwork submission. Only 2 questions, very simple questions. Alright, that's all for now. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.